We eat to live and we eat to die. That is just a fact. So let's get into it today. Why the shit in your system is probably why you're not performing at your peak, why you're not making the correct decisions, why you're not thinking correctly. Excuse me, I just came from the gym. But you need to understand today we're going to be talking about the brain, why you need to detox the brain, what even is cleaning out the brain, how do you do it, how does your brain clean itself? Because everything in our body always detoxifies itself. But why is our brain not able to do it? We're going to be talking about what you can do, what foods help your brain think more, what foods don't help your brain think more, or think better and make better decisions. Excuse me. So the command center, what is your brain? The brain is probably, brain is 3 pounds, but it's probably 2 or 3% of your body, maybe 5. And it takes 20% of the energy that we put out every day. 86 billion neurons. Billion neurons that's connecting everything in your body. So this is why the brain cleansing is so crucial. When we talk about cleaning the brain, we're referring to the optimizing its functions, removing toxins, reducing inflammation, and supporting neural detoxification processes. So we need to get a team in there and we need to start attacking the brain, cleaning it off. And I wish we can do this and take it out and, get it cleaned out. But so why do we need to clean it out? How does it clean out itself? What is that called? It is called the glymphatic system. That is our brain's natural mechanism. So when we're asleep, it goes in there and it gets rid of it scrubs the brain down. So, this is your brain's own waste removal system called the glymphatic system. It flushes out metabolic waste and toxins during sleep mostly. During the day, it's always doing a bunch of tasks. Clears protein buildup and that can impair cognitive function. So when your body's filled up with too much, it moves up to your brain. Everything's connected. And optimal brain fluid balance. So basically, when you're dehydrated, your brain's sitting in a ball of liquid, right? So let's say that you're not drinking right or you're not eating correctly. It starts to dehydrate your brain or literally. So there's less fluid in there, which makes it easier to literally it's sitting on the back. Now you're having headaches. That's why I know a lot of women out there, when you tell your boyfriend you have a headache, what are the first thing we ask you? We ask you, did you have enough water? Because it supports the glymphatic system and keeps that fluid in there. The brain doesn't have any pain receptors. It's just the dura. And when the brain gets dehydrated, the dura contracts and it hits, and that's the thing that feels that headache. The brain actually has no pain receptors. But let's get straight into it. High processed foods, sugars can increase inflammation throughout the body, including the brain, which can impair glymphatic functions. Chronic inflammation can damage the delicate channels through cerebral fluid flows. So the brain-body connection and why everything is connected. I'm going to tell you everything that's connected to your body. So it's going to be your heart connection. Your brain controls your heart rate throughout your nervous system. It controls your breathing. Most of our breathing, we don't even think about. You don't think, oh, let me breathe right now. Oh, let me breathe right now. Oh, you don't think that. Your brain controls that, your subconscious. So it controls your lung function. There's literally the vagus nerve is directly from the brain straight to the gut. The entire nervous system in your gut contains 500 million neurons. That's a lot of neurons to the body. 90% of the serotonin, your happy hormone, is produced in your gut. This is why they call your brain your gut, your second brain, because it really is. It has that much effect on your body. So I'm going to talk to you now how to clean it and how it makes you make better decisions, guys, because this is what we really want. We want to make the best decisions possible. So the hidden connections, digestive load, and mental clarity. Your digestive system directly impacts your ability to make clear decisions. When your colon is backed up with waste that should have been eliminated days, weeks, years ago, and your digestive system is overloaded with hard processed foods, your brain suffers dramatically. Here's how the different foods affect your mental performance, ranked from the most taxing to the most supportive. And in my brain, I think it's very simple first principles. If it does not help you, it hurts you. So if it's not improving your brain, it is hurting your brain. Because food, we are what we eat. We eat to live and we eat to die. It's the same thing. So the most difficult is heavy proteins and complex carbs. Complex carbs meaning, taco shells from Taco Bell and, the meat from Taco Bell. I don't mean shoot on Taco Bell. I was a great employee there, but years ago. But red meat, beef, pork, lamb, digestive time 24 to 72 hours that it's going to be going through your digestive tract. You see, our digestive system is, the size of a tennis court, but let's get straight through it. Let's go. I'm going to kind of beam through this. So it requires a massive amount of digestive enzymes and stomach acid. Diverts 60 to 80% of your body's energy to digestion. Don't forget, your brain takes 20%. And when you're doing this, it automatically takes 60 to 80% of those, and it takes it from there as well. That's why you get crashes, you go to sleep because your body's using so much, you just got to go to bed. So sluggish thinking, drowsiness, and reduced motivation. Colon effect can sit in intestines for days, creating toxic buildup. This is where disease comes in too, guys. It comes in when it's sitting there, and it's just, and don't forget, it'd be different if you ate it one day and then a couple of days went by and then you ate it again. But as Americans, we eat it every single day. So it's never not in there. It's constantly rebuild toxins, put more toxins, toxins on toxins on toxins on toxins on toxins. I can make a future song with this. God dang it. Yeah, because in your intestines for days. You have foggy judgment, tendency to choose comfort over challenge. This is what you eating and you putting negative stuff into your body and not cleaning out your colon is doing to you. It's making you choose comfort over challenges. Processed carbohydrates, bread, pastas, cereals, digestive time, 24 to 96 hours, and creates inflammatory response from the body. So rapid spikes and crashes, let's fix that, within the 2 to 3 hours. So you'll feel a good energy, you'll feel strong for a second, and then you'll crash out extremely fast. I say within 30 minutes, honestly. Nobody takes 3 hours to crash from, a good box of Krispy Kreme donuts. But the blood sugar roller coaster affects your neurotransmitters production. So your body's able to make connections and, problem solve. It mess all of that up. So mental state, initial alertness followed by fatigue, irritability, and cravings. So when you eat it, you're going to you notice when you eat a donut in the morning, you probably end up having some type of sweet at the end of it, unless you're disciplined enough to tell yourself, I will only eat this today. Generally, if you just let your body live, your body wants more of what you give because the law of adjustment. It's very simple. When you're eating all that gluten, it creates intestinal inflammation and constipation. And don't forget, when we eat stuff, we're eating white bread or bread with meat. There's never just one thing. It's like you always combine it. So you're getting these negative qualities with the top negative qualities I named before. So now you're going to be feeling, so now it's not only slowing it down and you're feeling all these crashes and irritability, but you're also, don't forget that meat is taking just as long to digest and it's just building up a toxic pool. So when you eat heavy carbohydrates, your body floods with the insulin to manage the glucose spike. This creates immediate satisfaction and false sense of fullness. So you feel like you're doing great. This is what's holding you back from doing things in your life. The carbohydrates. People say it's the phone, it's the things you're addicted to. But the heaviest and the most pushed drug in the United States, in the world, is carbohydrates. You are addicted to them. If you eat carbs every day, you don't even know this. Try giving them up. That's why a raw vegan diet works. That's why a lot of people have benefits with carnivorous diets. It's because they leave out carbohydrates. That's why. That's why everything that doesn't eat processed foods is 1,000% a better diet. Not saying you should be eating meats, but as long as you're avoiding carbs, you're doing, and you're not trying to heal from something, and you're taking colon pills. So every day, every time I eat something, I'm taking 4 to 5 of these every day. Taking 4 to 5 colon pills every day because I want my colon to be in a process of moving, pushing. So let's get to this. Moderately challenging proteins, cooked foods is chicken, fish, eggs, It's going to be about 12 to 24 hours, moderate enzyme requirements, steady, but requires digestive focus. So your body's still going to have to think about this. More stable than red meat, but still diverts energy. Functional, but not optimal clarity. So you're going to think better, but you're not going to be at your peak. And this is where a lot of people are in the United States. We're not thinking our best. So next is going to be cooked vegetables and legumes. When I say legumes, they just mean nuts. I just put something fancy, but it just means peanuts, walnuts, all your assortment of seeds and all that. But 4 to 6 hours, not that long. Moderate, some nutrients destroyed by heat. So it matters if you're getting raw or you're getting cashews or peanuts, salted, honey roasted and stuff. That is going to go into the processed foods category. That is not a legume. I don't want you, but excuse me. You're gonna better than meat, but still requires processing, stable energy without major crashes. So you're not gonna crash hard unless you're eating, honey roasted. Clear thinking them with heavy proteins. So now we're gonna go into the positive things, the things that now are, since I said it's either you're helping your brain or hurting it. These are all helping. So you're gonna go raw foods and nuts. So I went to regular words on there. But now when he said raw, when he says nuts, it means raw. So it's like raw walnuts, unsalted, just sitting there right off the tree. It's going to take 2 to 4 hours, low enzyme intake, minimal energy diversion from thinking. So you're going to be able to use your brain. This is all, the whole point of this video is to slam home that I'm trying to get you to think, if you just gave it a break, a little break. This is the biggest thing. And if you're not going to give it a break, you need to be taking colon pills. You need to be cleansing out your body, because you can do these things, but you need to help your body and your lymphatic system get rid of that waste inside of your body, dude. So nuts and seeds, again, easiest to digest, fruits, berries, anything water-based, because our body is 60% water, 70% water. So you need things that easily assemble with that. So 30 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how much you eat at once. Minimal for food digest themselves with their own enzymes. You understand? So it's like when you're eating, it's made for your body to absorb quick. What is the Bible says? I believe it says the fruits of the earth, the food is the fruits and the herbs and the medicine. This is why it's showing you right here. I ain't a big, religious person, but it's just a fact. Like every race, everywhere around the world has a religion, so it's just common sense. But that's another subject. The fruit advantage. Its neutral sugars provide quick brain fuel without insulin spikes. High water helps flush toxins from your system, so it's going to be flushing your body constantly. Enzymes support overall digestion and reduce colon backup. That's the big thing. We need to get that colon clear. So you need to be taking tinctures every day. You need to be taking choline. This is the biggest thing right here, choline. You need to be taking this because this is important for you guys. And if not, I take this Boost Your Brains tincture. It's very simple, some yellow dot. I got also a blood brain one in there. So I do, or a blood booster to get your body, moving and flushing everything out. So it's going to be, yellow dock, burdock root, some cayenne, a bunch of different things that are made for your body to get your blood pumping and make sure you're okay. And this is the benefits you're going to feel max 2 to 3 days afterwards. You're going to feel improved focus. When 80% of your energy isn't tied up in digestion, you can focus fully. Enhanced, save this, Ashley, but enhanced memory, so you're going to remember things better. Emotional regulation, stable blood sugars prevents the mood swings and reactive decisions. So you're going to be able to make calm, rational decisions. Reduced impulsivity. Clear thinking prevents food-driven emotional choices and better judgment. Optimal prefrontal cortex functions when not fighting digestive inflammation. Since your body's not doing that, it's allowing itself to actually do what your body's actually going to line up the way it's supposed to. So the colon-brain connection, why elimination matters. You guys need to get you guys some colon plans. Very, very important. At least get a colonoscopy, take an enema, do whatever you can to get that out. That is the cause of everything. Old weights creates toxic gases that affect your brain function. So when you have gas in your body, you got to fart, or you got to do something, but you just can't get it out. That's now circulating through your body, guys. Like, this is very serious. Inflammation and intestinal buildup reaches the brain via bloodstream. That's why blood cleansing, brain cleansing, and colon is all so important, dude. So decision making becomes a focused, immediate comfort rather than a long-term health. So it's like you're now focused. It's like now it's immediately important. Your body knows. Mental energy is constantly drained by digestive distress. So when you were eating that stuff, that was what was happening. When your colon is clean, mental clarity improves dramatically within a few days. Decision making becomes natural. Energy is available. Motivation returns. And, I just say my intuition is better. Like my gut feelings are better. The decision making process of the digestive, that vagus nerve that goes straight from your brain, straight down the back, all the way to your colon and your stomach is so important, guys. So I want you guys to try this out for me. Try it. Let me know if you tried it. It's going to be about a 2-3 day cleanse, maybe. But this is going to be great for you guys. And you're going to see a crazy increase in your work output. You're going to see a crazy or increase in how you're working out, how you're, thinking during the day. You're going to wake up more positive. And just let me know if you try it, guys. Give it at least, I say 5 days, but 2 to 3 is a great start. You want to try eating on the better spectrum, better as possible, and just give it a chance, guys. So let's we eat to live and we eat to die, guys. And I'll get with you guys next time. And you guys have a great day. Like and subscribe. I'll be here with more tomorrow.